Hey guys, Johnny Nerd out here. Got another custom e-bike build. Got an interesting one here, so hope you like this one. If you're new to the channel, I'm Johnny Nerd Out, professional e-bike dude, builder, repairer, fixer. What else do I do to them? That sounds bad. I do all the things to all the e-bikes. So if you like stuff like that, check out my other videos. All right, so let's get right into this one, because this one's kind of cool. So this is a Juiced Bikes Crosscurrent. Customer brought it to me. The cadence sensor was broken on it. Juiced wants 200 bucks for that part. And I said, or we could make this bike into like a nice bike for a little bit more money than that, but not crazy. I think this build ended up costing like a little over 700 for we just replaced the motor. We reused this battery, repurposed the battery, added in a Bafang BBS02 motor to it, put a gear shift sensor in it, added a 500C colored display, and now this thing has got some guts to it. And now it's actually like a bike that I would ride. I don't know why e-bikes still are made with hub motors on them. I think it's just pure cost savings. Add a mid-drive to it, it wakens the bike up. Now all of a sudden it's a fun bike. And you guys are gonna see, I'm gonna do a little comparison here before and after what it was, using the same battery, just with a hub motor and a mid-drive motor on it. But yeah, this is a nice bike. It's a nice frame bike. Internally routed wires, which was weird because when he brought me the bikes, they were not routed internally. They were all externally routed, which I was like, the internal cavity, the internal routing part where you're supposed to put the cables was totally empty. They just didn't use that part in there, which is so weird. So I utilized it. I ran all the wires through there, except for this. This is the brake cable housing. I wasn't gonna redo everything and run it through there. And it has the cable stays for it anyway, so I just reused that. But it was nice. I had to do a lot of custom wiring on this bike to get the existing battery to work with the new connection there, to make the lights work again through the display, and the brake cutoffs to work. So it did take a couple extra hours on custom wiring, but it's totally doable to get if you have a Juiced Bikes or any other pre-made bike that for some reason is made with a hub motor in it. You could totally put a mid-drive on it and have a killer bike. And as you'll see later on in the Johnny Nerd Out test, this thing now blows the wheels off of its old version, pun intended. All right, so let's go take a look at these tests before and after. So yeah, you could see that on the hub motor before, not even close to being able to climb that hill from a standstill, like not even a chance. But now it will climb it. I don't know, I think that's probably like a 30% grade, if not more. I don't even know I don't know how to grade it, but it's a very steep embankment. With this mid-drive, it'll get up there. It's not gonna do it super fast, but it will do it. Hub motors, no way, they have no power. And now the top speed has also went up from 24 to 32, I think, 31. Pretty substantial gain there, all around, from low end to high end. This bike is now serious. And I like this one. He's got a thud buster seat on here. It's got a front suspension fork, hydraulic disc brakes. Like, this is a good bike now. Like, this is nice. And obviously we just opted to leave that motor in there. It's not gonna be really doing any harm. You're just carrying around an extra 8-pound weight. You know, if you ever wanted to get a rebuilt, you could totally do that and save 8-10 pounds. But I don't think it's worth it to spend the extra 100 bucks or whatever to get a rear wheel built. Totally can. Hopefully you guys like this video. Check out my other ones if you're into that.